Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today guys we're taking a cheeky look at Stellar and specifically Horizon 2.0. So Chris, this is one of those videos where we've got some fantastic news that's landed for Stellar, and Stellar's one of those kind of projects that goes deadly silent, isn't it? It goes silent for a little while, and then you know they're going to be building up something and drop a bombshell on you. And Horizon 2.0, and here it is. So as we get into this video, guys, if you find it useful, informative, go ahead and hit that like button. Chris appreciates it, I appreciate it, and I do think that you do too. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, why not? Treat yourselves. Become a subscriber here at Cheeky Crypto. By doing so, we're going to keep you up to date with all of the various videos and live streams all around crypto. So yeah, treat yourselves. Right, Chris, with that said and done, let's jump over to the desktop and see exactly what's going on here with Stellar and the Horizon 2.0.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. So Stellar launches Horizon 2.0 while, Grayscale expands the XLM trust. So these are a couple of things that you kind of want to be reading in a title. I like that title. It sounds juicy, Chris. So in short, today we're going to be discussing Stellar's Horizon 2.0 client will require fewer resources to run network infrastructure. The upgrade allows choosing between running a blockchain validator and the Horizon client to make transactions. So two fantastic things. Let's see what's going on then. So developers, Chris, organizations and enterprises stand to benefit greatly from the latest update to the API server for the Stellar ecosystem client. This is called Horizon. So released as a version 2.0, Stellar Development Foundation, the SDF, have announced massive architectural and performance benefits. In a post on the SDF blog, they present improvements to the Horizon client that can be used to run Stellar with far fewer resources than previous versions. And that's a big deal, guys. So the infrastructure now needed is going to be significantly cheaper. So the barrier to entry is going to be so much easier for many individuals. So the upgrade has a new modular architecture that introduces the captive core, the enhanced version of the Stellar core, which includes specific improvements. Okay, so really good stuff there. For example, the captive Stellar core has been optimized and will now be able to process transactions in memory. This allows the Horizon client database to be rebuilt faster. Separate Stellar core instances have been eliminated. As a result, Horizon 2.0 will be able to dispense with database requirements for the Stellar core. So absolutely awesome stuff going on, Chris. I mean, some fantastic development work's definitely been happening here, and it's good to see a light, lean version of this Horizon client. So the Stellar Development Foundation claims that this update represents a paradigm shift, Chris, for the Stellar network, and that's exactly what it is, really, if you really break it down. And users will be able to have more freedom when choosing the configuration that best serves their use case, and allow users to choose between running a validator to participate in consensus or running Horizon to access the blockchain and be able to transact. And the SDF have added this, Chris. So while deploying a full Stellar core node can still be involved in the process, the introduction of captive Stellar core lets you focus almost entirely on deploying Horizon itself, letting you participate in the network without bearing the full responsibility of consensus management. So really awesome stuff, Chris. And it's always good to see some Stellar news, isn't it?
Yeah, we're heavily invested in Stellar, and we do talk quite often in live streams. It's gone a little bit quiet. What's bubbling along in the background that we're not quite aware of? And yeah, bang, then you get the news, right? So yeah, I think it's a good piece of news. I think it's not necessarily going to support price discovery at this stage. But I think it's nice to see things sort of moving and progressing on along nicely. Yeah, it does make me feel really bullish about the project, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously more news as well. So Grayscale stacks more XLM. So on the other hand, Stellar community celebrates that the firm Grayscale has added 6.5 million to its XLM trust. Data from 𝗕𝗫𝗀𝗃 indicates that the purchase was made in the last 24 hours. Over the last 30 days, Grayscale has added a total of 35.8 million XLM to its fund, likely in response to institutional demand. So in the latest update, the digital asset investment firm reports a record $36.9 billion in assets under management. The Bitcoin Trust continues to be the largest with $31 billion, followed by Ethereum with 4.7 billion. But nonetheless, absolutely some fantastic amounts in here. Now, see if I can just pull this up a little bit clearer for you guys. See if we can get this bigger on the screen. So here is the Grayscale Trust, right? We can see Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Horizon, Litecoin, Stellar. So here we can see that Stellar has quite a significant amount. So really good stuff to see. So let's get back to this and let's actually finish that particular piece there. So I think, Chris, there's going to be more Stellar news to come on the horizon, and I think still 2021 is going to be a fantastic year for the XLM token. Specifically, let's get into the charts, right? So here we have Stellar to the USD on the daily, and we're still within our parallel channel, but we're making great progress, Chris, at getting our way out of here. So as we spoke about before, we had this mid-level going through our channel, and we actually bounced off from there nicely, but we did find that upper resistance on that trend line coming down. Now we've actually kind of just consolidated in the sideways trade here for a little bit. So actually we're getting closer and closer to finishing out of this this parallel channel, Chris. I think we're probably maybe 2 to 3 days before we finally break out, and when that happens, we'll be moving up these legs quite comfortably. So I think there's a lot of I guess, Chris, potential in the XLM token. I think a few more days of this sideways trading before it really takes off. And we can see how the volumes have really decreased. They're really low at the minute. The RSI is nicely corrected just by that midpoint, just below 50. So everything on this daily chart looks quite good. If we go into that 4-hourly view, it's going to be much of the same. We can see how that volume has really kind of come up and has come up and come down quite nicely, and the volumes are so low at the moment really supports the price trading sideways. And obviously we can see that the RSI is in a really good spot as well. So everything on this 4-hourly chart is actually kind of like textbook. It's kind of what you want to see. A little bit lower on the RSI, which I think will come in the next few days, which could really gear things up nicely for a breakout of this channel. If we go ahead and pull this into the hourly view, Chris, we're going to get that most amount of detail. We can see the volumes that really spike up here as we move up into those peaks, and how it comes down over time. And most recently, the volume is really nice and low. So the volume on the hourly is looking really good. We obviously had the spike in the volume here when we got that up there to and tried to pierce through that channel, which we didn't get. But the volumes have come down nicely from there. So the decrease in volumes without doing too much damage to price is nice to see. And obviously on this hourly chart, Chris, we're actually at 35, so we're almost oversold at this point, and we're going to start seeing this thing reach that oversold status and really pop to the upside. So we can see price swings like this one quite comfortably, and that was with a tiny bit of volume, right? So if we had a volume spike like this, when we're all the way down here in that low level, we're going to be able to take advantage of the entire width of that RSI and really see that one pop. So let's pull this back up into that daily view, Chris. And what I'm going to do is just zoom on in here for a second and just shoot this down a little bit. So the first price target that we're looking for the XLM token comes in at 82.6 cents. Okay, we obviously have that former high level here around 59 cents. Just check that, 59.8, which was on the 13th of February. So we have that as the major kind of barrier. We can see that there is some resistance areas around here on the 786, that's 52 cents. But ultimately, Chris, we're going for that 82.6. That's the first price target. That is 103% from the current position of the XLM token. So that's a significant, increase on your investment right there. But of course, that's a really small price target. It's not even all-time high. So the next price target is one that's going to be really interesting. So this comes in at $1.19. Okay, so $1.19, that's a new all-time high. And if we just go ahead and grab our little arrow here, we can see that that comes in at 193%. After that, we're talking about $1.56, and that comes in here at 285% before we go ahead and get that $1.78. And $1.78, guys, comes in at 340% growth on the current position. So some significant gains are still here to play. And I think they're all very achievable. I'll be surprised if it doesn't even go higher than that. It definitely feels like it has the potential to do so. So Chris, what's your thoughts on the XLM token and this fantastic news?
Yeah, so love the news, really bullish on the project. I do expect all-time high to be broken in this bull run. I really do. As to what it goes to, Nick, I kind of feel like getting close to the $2, $2.50 is realistic. I think they just got to, I don't know, just get a few more big partnerships or big announcements out. I think will really push it to that next level. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Love the project, love the team. I think it's going to do really well.
Fantastic. So guys, if you found this useful and informative, go ahead and hit that like button. Chris appreciates it, I appreciate it, and I like to think that you do too. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you're going to be kept up to date with all of the various different crypto news and that we do here, Chris, really at Cheeky Crypto. So yeah, why not treat yourselves, become a subscriber. Right, with that being said and done, we hope everyone has a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Take care.